let's have some fun doing it. Make it fun. It should be fun. Should be laugh. Should be jovial. You know, life's too serious. Phone calls shouldn't have to be. So make it fun.
Okay, so nothing across the river.
Right. So, I mean, you know, cross-country...
I'm using this for the video. I have AirPods in. I do not recommend this. They're going to be able to hear everything. But for today's video, we are unfortunately using AirPods. But, all right, so what I like to do is I'm really old school. So I come over here. I have a piece of paper that I'm going to come check this out, Todd. I'm going to write on here, conversations. Now, these are conversations that I actually have with people that are moving down the funnel in real estate, not necessarily, they answer the phone and Sally says, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm not excited to speak to you about moving or wanting to relocate. That's not a conversation. I'm going to tick mark conversations that I have with people so I know that I'm not worried about Boomtown. I'm not worried about Sisu or what that says. I actually can just look at my paper, get these conversations down, and feel excited about it. So what I have up right now is Boomtown, and I have 107 leads in here right now. So I'm going to go to my nurtures, hots, and watches first because they have the most ability. I've had a conversation with them before. They have the highest probability of answering the phone and remembering our conversation. So I want to have those conversations first. I like to use the analogy of when you walk up to a golf course, you know, a lot of people will drop the putt and try to hit a ball like 30 feet and think they're going to make that putt and get their confidence up. Why not drop it 3 feet, make a few putts, get your confidence up, back up a little bit, make it a little bit more. So that's what I like to talk about with the conversations. I want to make sure I'm setting my morning up to have the highest amount of conversation possible. So it gets my energy up, gets my confidence up, and gets all the things going that I want to do. Typically, they'll have notes on here. You have mark unknown. Probably if you had a conversation with him, you had a good enough conversation with him to know he wants a project property, 3-2, 150 to 250, but he didn't even ask for their last name. So now when I call, unfortunately, I can't call Mark by his real name. I got to just call him Mark. So always make sure you're updating your note. Last name, first name, email address. If there's a wife on there, you want to make sure you add the wife on there. Same with the husband, if a wife's inquiring, vice versa. Husband, whatever it may be. So let's fire it up.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Make sure you have a bottle of water too, because you're going to talk so much, you get really parched over here. So what I like to also do is 732. I've been making calls for a long time. I already know that 732, I think, I'm going to guess is Jersey. I knew that, yeah, I knew it was Jersey. So I always have a Google tab open next to my Boomtown so I can Google area code. So I'd always hit 732 area code. It's going to be Jersey. I know they're on the East Coast. It's 9 o'clock. So we make that happen. So.
Good morning. The wake-up call you were waiting for, right?
So we have no answer. We'll come over here. We'll hit the log call.
How everything was going. If you were getting
call attempt. No message.
Making sure that any adjustments.
I'm going to save that. Now we got one call log. Now we move on to the next one. 760.
It is only a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, so it really only fits a certain lifestyle. But I think we should still.
760 is California. So if I wouldn't have Googled that, I'd be calling somebody at 6:12 a.m. And imagine what that conversation is going to go like. We can't assume that they're on the East Coast, so I would just assume that I'm going to put that on my calls to do between 4 to 6. So I always like to put this note in here too. California, phone number, call after 12. So I always save that, call after 12. This way, if I'm looking at this or this lead gets moved around, they understand that and know that we should be doing this. So I think like the area code thing's so important because obviously if you're calling people that aren't going to answer, you will never get in touch with them. So I have another one, 609, Jersey again. Got a lot of Jersey folk moving down here, getting out of that cold. Gotta keep the energy flowing when people don't answer. Dude, you can do some lunges. Good form. Should get a jump rope. This is DJ. Hi, is this Alexis? This is DJ. I was calling you because you had inquired about some real estate a few weeks ago and wanted to follow up with you and see where your search was to start the new year. You're like, who's this person? You know, but so how are you? Yeah, what time's best to give you a call? Oh no, that's perfect. So I'll call you after 7 this evening. And what's a good name for you? It didn't really come through. No, it's S. All right, love it.
Did you do anything fun for New Year's?
All right, well we'll talk to you tonight. Thank you. Bye bye.
New Year, see.
Like everyone gets so caught up in calling from 9 to 11.
If there's anything you see.
I've had 4 conversations. 2 out of the 4 conversations can't talk before 11. One can talk after 7. One can only talk between 12 and 1. That's how specific this is. That's why hitting them on all funnels, calls, text, emails are so important. But asking somebody when you're on the phone with them, what are the best times that we can talk? Because everyone has specific times that they'll be able to be reached. So if you're not asking them, what do you do for a living? When is the best time to call? When is the best time to have conversations? And you're dropping the ball like immediately when you have that person on the phone. When you have them on the phone for the first time, you have all of the tools you need to get all of the information you need out of them to give yourself the best chance to have a secondary conversation with them. Air squats. It's like, it's fun. You get to make it happen. Making calls is fun. No.
Yeah,
It's
so here's
big,
like a real,
big time. I don't even know what to call this person right now. I guess it's Andy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and what you can do is like clear enough for the
Yeah, I was following up because you had inquired about some real estate, and I wanted to follow up and see if you're still looking.
the back, but it make a trail. Exactly. That's exactly.
Hi.
We have the same vision. Exactly. That would be so great.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you guys. I feel like this is such a great option.
Oh, okay.
Ducks in a row. Just wanted to talk with you first. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Well, let me put these notes in here just so we can know. So if you're looking to move in June, so ideally you'd probably want to start April, May. Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right. Well, how about this? We'll put this note in. We'll follow up with you, June 2nd or 3rd and see where you're at. And then we'll go from there.
Right. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh. Oh, congratulations. When are you getting married?
Well, I think it's going to be
Wow, it's
a really good option.
congrats. That's fun.
Hoping for this
Hello?
one because
Hey, what's going on?
Okay. No, fair enough. I know it's a lot. So I'll put all that in the notes, and I know it's a big task and a big undertaking. So I don't think adding a house search on top of. I did it a few years ago. We booked it all, and then they canceled on me. So my wife and I had to plan 2 weddings so that was really fun. Yeah, totally had to move venues, like. So I feel your pain for sure, and
it sounds like they do.
well, good. Well, hopefully that'll continue, and it'll all go super smooth, and then we'll get you a house to move into. No, it's a disaster. It's it can be easy, but there's going to be hiccups along the way. So having the right state of mind and understanding.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Yeah, and I think that's kind of going to normalize over the next few months. Like, there's not going to be any like price drops or anything, but I think we're going to have a more stabilization where people are coming to reality and understanding that, hey, a lot of people are still moving here, and that's going to keep the inventory kind of constrained a little bit.
let's hope
But I think pricing's going to stay. Right. it's wild, but I do think I do think it's a good time to buy. I think in June there'll be, substantially more inventory as well on the market. So, yeah. But if not, you'll be in good hands. We get a lot of properties too before they hit the market, so we'll be able to, when we're working together, be able to send you stuff off market. This way, it doesn't, if we are in this situation where there's still a lot of multiple offers, we'll be able to get you into something hopefully before it even gets on the open market.
Yeah.
Ah, no worries. No worries. Well, cool. We look forward to...
I used to always say that
No.
my middle name was Middleton.
No, and I appreciate you telling me that. So I'll make sure I'll take these detailed notes and we'll make sure we follow up with you at the proper time. All right. I hope you have a great day. All right. Happy New Year.
Well, keep me updated
Bye-bye.
on what you guys find out today, and then when.
She was so nice, so pleasant. So now.
Awesome.
Getting
Excited
married
for you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.
end of
All right, bye.
June. Does not want to start process till then. Will 100% buy a home. Is super pleasant. She mentioned if she is short, it's because she stressed about getting married.
I'm just happy to be moving.
So I'm going to change that category.
25
I'm going to follow up.
is the answer.
I set it to do to follow up with in June 1st. It's a Wednesday.
No.
Once I talk to a lead that comes in, say it came in today, I have a great conversation with them, I set them up on an e-alert. My to-do is going to be for the next day to follow up, hey, did they open that e-alert? Did they need anything changed on that e-alert? But also, I'm going to ask on that first phone call, what time can I follow up with you tomorrow? I'm going to set a specific to-do. I'm not going to put a generic to-do, call them between 9 to 11, they're when they can't even talk. So I'm going to ask them what a specific time, like if I would have talked to Alexis yesterday because the lead came in on a Sunday, I would have said, what time's a good to call you tomorrow? And she would have said 12 to 1. We're lucky she answered because she was in the middle of training somebody. So just these little things like will give you so many more results. And it's just a few more questions that you have to ask. So I'm going to find old Slim J over here. Well, that was all the leads that I had. I had 18 conversations. It's 10:45. I think I could have hit my 20 if I had more leads. Maybe I can steal some from Lewis.
You can steal some from me.
Just kidding.
Do you want some of my
Do
calls
you send
so
them
that
back
you
to
can
me
hit
after
20?
the appointment's set?
Yeah, I'm just your personal appointment setter. So just to kind of close this loop on here, hope you enjoyed the video. We're gonna edit some things out and make sure that, like you said, always standing, always your voice rises. Everything happens better when you stand. It's science. They have proven this. Stand, I talk, I write my conversations down, I take my detailed notes, I edit searches. I do all of those things while making the phone calls. Again, the goal is always 20. I've had 18 conversations about real estate. I think 5 or 6 of those people will buy in the next year. I think some of them need to be a little bit more nurtured. We linked an account up with Kim that was also a qual. So I feel like it's a really good morning, and I can promise you, if you have days like today, every day, 5 days a week, you will sell 30 to 50 homes a year, guaranteed. That if you don't take any days off. I'm gonna be honest, last night I flew back from Las Vegas at 11 p.m. I didn't fall asleep till 1:30 because I was still on Vegas time. super tired, but I knew if I had to push through it, I knew I wanted to do it, I knew I wanted to have these conversations. So not every day you're going to feel like you want to do this, but if you just make the commitment to yourself and to your business to make sure you do it, you will be successful, and that's my goal for you. So push through on the days you don't want to do it, do even better on the days you do want to do it. 20 is the minimum. Can you know, if I were to come back from lunch, if I didn't have anything to do today, I'd pick back up, make another 60, 70, 80 dials to have another 20 conversation, because then what? I move 5 or 6 more people down the funnel. What else am I going to do today? It's freezing cold out, it's windy, might as well talk about some real estate. So make it a day to have a goal every day. The minimum's 20, 40 would be awesome, 30's, you know, great. So make it a great day. Thanks for joining me.